Confidence and fear play pivotal roles in communication. An absence of confidence is usually partnered with some degree of fear. For many people, fear in communication is driven by what if scenarios. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I forget what I was going to say altogether? What if I freeze? What if I stutter? What if I get all mealy mouth? Perhaps my tech breaks. What if I get asked a question that I cannot answer? Maybe I have to speak to an audience that doesn't speak the same language as me, at least as their first language. What happens if I get hit by a truck on the way to work? What happens if my boss doesn't like my presentation? This list, you kind of get the idea, it can go on and on, especially for chronic warriors. How do you decide which scenarios to address? You can't do them all, especially if you have a vivid imagination combined with time constraints that we all live under. So we're going to use a tool called the probable event list tool. Take 3 minutes and write out your concerns in list format. Use pen and paper or stylus and tablet. These writing methods are best for jotting down quick notes. Typing's going to slow you down and disrupt your train of thought. Take a break for an hour. Walk the dog, grab lunch, work out, do something that's not work related. Then come back and sit down with your list. Every single item you identified is possible, but that's not what we're going to focus on. Determine which of these items has a higher degree of occurring and that will have a significant negative impact on your job or your career. These items go on your probable event list. Next, categorize a worry as something that's likely to happen for an 80% chance or higher, and that it's going to harm your work. Assign each of these worries a number from 80% to 100%. Now, you have to make the call on how you're going to assess these, but as you do it more often, you're going to gain more confidence. And you can ask other people for their input. In case you end up with a lot of items on your probable event list, which you probably will do as you begin using this skill, you're going to need to narrow down the ones that you're going to address. Select the top 5, maybe the top 10 with the highest probability ratings. For each one of these, write down 3 to 5 action steps to prevent or mitigate any negative outcome they could have. Now, here's a hint. Practice and research is going to be common in your action steps to overcome your worry items. A lot of this is going to come down to preparation. Next, take the action steps for each of these worries. Once you've done that, continue working towards your objective. As you gain more experience doing this, you're going to get better at determining which worries are legitimate and probable and how damaging they might be. Experience is going to hone the skill. Now, be mindful that these 3 to 5 action steps that you're coming up with need to make the situation better. If they don't, stop and reassess the scenario. This is probably going to happen, especially as you start out. Learn the lessons from doing this and move on. The purpose of coming up with a probable event list is to keep you moving, to keep you working towards your objective and avoid becoming stuck. One of the more difficult skills in this process is determining a worry that is less probable and leaving it alone. If you're in a situation where everything is really a danger, you probably need to reassess the situation. But you only want to work with the probable events that are going to harm your work. You're going to get better at making decisions and then taking action and moving forward. This is essential to achieving your objections and using communication to do so.